Studios of Republic TV. It's time for the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Quick Heal Secrite, Green Lamp, Policy Bazaar, co-powered by 99acres.com, SBI General Insurance.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. The repeal of the Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration Act 1935 is my focus. 1935, ladies and gentlemen. 89 years ago, a colonial stain was happily entertained and kept thriving in Assam. This act, ladies and gentlemen, which has been repealed, had allowed for child marriages. People are justifying it. A parallel system of registration of marriages and a parallel process for divorce. But let's go deeper. This act was brought in 1935, pre-independence. The Child Marriage Restraint Act dates to 1929, 6 years earlier. The Indian Penal Code criminalizes child marriages, which means that marrying of a child, an underage child, is an offense under law in Bharat. Why should it be allowed in Assam or anywhere for that matter? So what has happened in this case is that, once again, religion seems to have been used as a smokescreen to skirt around the law of Bharat. Because this law, which Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has rightfully removed, repealed, allows for minors to be married to minors, allows for adults to be married to minors. Basically, it legalizes the marriage of any two individuals irrespective of age. This way you can marry off an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old. Can you believe it, viewers? And there are people in this country justifying it. They say Himanta Biswa Sarma is communal. He's a dictator because he doesn't want children to be married. And the progressive woke elements in our country are saying, yes, Himanta Biswa Sarma is a communal dictator because he doesn't want children to be married. Have they lost it completely? Have they gone mad? Ladies and gentlemen, while even the Congress fumed out of the assembly today, let's see for a moment the larger canvas. Can India, that is Bharat, can we allow for a parallel system on absolutely everything? One for India, the whole country, and then a parallel system. You see the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Religion cannot be a mandate to tweak the law and have parallel systems in operation. Nikah halala was religion being used to propel a parallel system, sexual exploitation of young girls, 14, 15-year-olds, raped in the name of nikah halala by 75-year-old men who come from abroad. Triple talaq was religion being used to foster a parallel system on divorce. Halal certification was religion being used as a parallel system even on matters of food certification. Everything parallel system. Who will respect the law in this country? Now we see religion being used to create a parallel system of marriage, parallel system of divorce, a parallel system of justifying child brides. My view is clear. There cannot be two Bharats on one soil. There cannot be two systems of governance and law in one country, and there absolutely cannot and will not be two kinds of Indians in the eyes of justice. I am firm that we are moving to a uniform civil code. Himanta Biswa Sarma is taking the right steps. We have to fight against religion-based justification for child marriages in a state that saw teenage pregnancy at 16.8%. 16.8% teenage pregnancy in Assam, 4,000 arrests last year in child marriages. It's a solid start. We cannot say we are for human rights and gender justice if we are not united in demanding the repeal of all religion-based laws once and for all. That is my view, ladies and gentlemen. Let's debate.
Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has sent out a strong message in the assembly.
আরে অলপ বাচ্চাৰ কাৰণে ভাবক 5-6 বছৰৰ ছোৱালীৰ বিয়া এখন অসমত মই কৰিব নিদিও আপোনালোকে যি কৰক आप लोग सुन लीजिए असम में चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होने दूंगा जब तक मैं जिंदा हूँ जब तक हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा जिंदा है तब तक असम में चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होगा আৰু পইণ্ট ব্লেংক শুনি লওক মুছলমান সমাজৰ বাচ্চা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক লৈ আপোনালোকক বিজনেছ কৰিব ইয়া নহ'ব এটা আপোনালোকে বুজি লওক मैं आप लोगों को पॉलिटिकली चैलेंज करना चाहता हूँ 2026 सन का पहले मैं ये दुकान बंद कर दूंगा
With Himanta pledging to eradicate child marriage completely by 2026, opposition staged a walkout.
Parliamentary convention, when the state cabinet takes any decision while parliament or assembly sessions are on, they must announce the cabinet decisions before going public to in the house. But we have seen our minister has cabinet has passed a decision to repeal the Assam Muslim Marriage Special Provision Act 1935, and they have announced it in press before telling us, before informing the house.
ये मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉज के अंडर में हमारा मैरिज एंड डिवोर्स एक्ट है। ये बिल्कुल इंडिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अलाउ किया हुआ है। इसको कैबिनेट का हक नहीं बनता कैबिनेट इसको बातिल करे। तो हम स्पीकर साहब से यही चाह रहे थे कि सभा को स्थगित करे और इस पर डिस्कशन हो। कैबिनेट ने ये गलत डिसीजन क्यों लिया, क्यों एक जाति पर, एक धर्म के लोग पर विशेष पर टारगेट करके इस तरह के संविधान पर, इंडिया के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और इंडिया के डेमोक्रेसी को चैलेंज करते हुए कैबिनेट का भूल डिसीजन है। इस पर डिस्कशन का मौका देना चाहिए।
Against the law, against the existing law in 1935 that is in Assam, and another law that is the central law passed in the parliament in 1880, it is the central law. A cabinet, a state cabinet, how can they take decision against the two acts, two enactment of the two law?
From cracking down on illegal madrasas to a strong resolve to implement uniform civil code in Assam, Himanta has been on a mission mode.
ये यूसीसी मेरा समस्या नहीं है, ये मुसलमान माँ और महिलाओं का समस्या है। अगर समाज में मुसलमान महिला और माँ को कोई दिन जस्टिस मिलना होगा तो ये ट्रिपल तलाक कानून का बाद यूसीसी भी होना ही पड़ेगा। मदरसा सब विलुप्त हो जाना चाहिए, नॉर्मल एजुकेशन होना चाहिए और घर में आप खूब आपका धर्म पुथी पढ़ाइए, पूरा 2 to 3 घंटा धर्म पुथी पढ़ाइए, लेकिन स्कूल में ऐसा ही शिक्षा दीजिए जो शिक्षा से आपका बेटा डॉक्टर और इंजीनियर बन सकता है, प्रोफेसर बन सकता है, साइंटिस्ट बन सकता है। One segment of the entire UCC, that is polygamy. So in Assam we want to ban polygamy. आप लोग सुन लीजिए, असम में चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होने दूंगा जब तक मैं जिंदा हूँ। हम होने नहीं दूंगा जब तक हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा जिंदा है तब तक असम में चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होगा।
Why can't the opposition unite to fight child marriage? Let's debate.
First I'm joined by Senior Minister in the Assam government, Jayanto Molla Barua. Mr. Barua, a question to you is that why is the government and the Chief Minister making these changes, Mr. Jayanto, now? Why not do it as part of the Uniform Civil Code? Why do it step by step?
Actually, last year we have banned the child marriage in Assam. तो चाइल्ड मैरिज बैन करने का बाद हम लोगों ने जब पुलिस ने एक्टिविटीज शुरू किया, लोगों को अरेस्ट किया, उसका बाद ऐसा एक माहौल बना जो बहुत सारे लोगों ने ये जो 1935 का असम मुस्लिम मैरिज एंड डिवोर्स रजिस्ट्रेशन एक्ट जो है, इसका सुविधा से बहुत सारे लोगों ने रिलीज हो गया और पुलिस से छुटकारा मिल गया। और केस में कोई भी केस रजिस्टर होने का बाद ये लॉ सामने आ जाता है जो 1935 का मुस्लिम मैरिज एक्ट जो है उसका डिपेंड करके वो लोग कोर्ट से रिहाई हो जाता था। ये एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हम लोग का सामने आया। तब हमारा ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ने डिसीजन लिया कि ये चाइल्ड मैरिज असम में बंद करना ही पड़ेगा। जैसे भी हो हमारा असम का चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब डिटरमाइन है जो चाइल्ड मैरिज किसी भी कीमत पर असम में होने नहीं देंगे और ये चाइल्ड मैरिज बंद करने के लिए ये एक्ट को रिपील करना बहुत जरूरी था और इसलिए हमारा कैबिनेट में ये एक्ट को रिपील किया। लास्ट कैबिनेट में हम लोगों ने इस एक्ट को रिपील किया और अभी असेंबली में आएंगे और असेंबली में भी हम लोग 100% श्योर है कि ये असम का असेंबली में ये एक्सेप्ट हो जाएंगे और हम असम में ये चाइल्ड मैरिज एक्ट 1935 का ये रिपील करने के बाद असम में कहीं चाइल्ड मैरिज होने नहीं दूंगा क्योंकि असम में ऐसे सारे बहुत लोकेशन है, इंटीरियर लोकेशन है जहां लोगों ने आप सोच ही नहीं सकता 5 साल 6 साल 9 साल का लड़की का साथ शादी कर देता है। तो जो बच्ची पढ़ाई का उम्र में 9 साल में शादी कर लेगा 12 साल 13 साल में माँ बन जाता है। ऐसा इसीलिए हमारा IMMR पीछे चल रहा है। पूरा असम का SDG गोल हम लोग पीछे जा रहा हूँ इसलिए जो ये लोगों ने पूरा चाइल्ड मैरिज करके पूरा बच्चा का हेल्थ खत्म कर देता है, पूरा गांव का ऐसा माहौल कर देता है।
जयंत जी
इसलिए यस
जयंत जी, आसाम की जो मुस्लिम समाज है, आसाम में बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन है। उनमें से कहा जाता है बहुत बांग्लादेश से भी आए हैं, मगर जो भी हो, जो भी परसेंटेज है मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन, उनका क्या विचार है इस पर? क्योंकि बदरुद्दीन अजमल और AIUDF कह रही है कि आप एंटी मुस्लिम हो, आप डिक्टेटोरियल हो, आप मुस्लिम समाज को टारगेट कर रहे हो।
देखिए अभी आसाम का मुस्लिम समाज में आप बात करेंगे जो एडुकेटेड मुस्लिम है, जो आसाम का मेन स्ट्रीम का मुस्लिम है, जिसको हम इंडिजिनियस मुस्लिम बोलता है, वो लोगों ने ये स्टेप को, हमारे हर स्टेप को वेलकम किया है। जैसे मद्रासा हम लोगों ने बंद किया था, मद्रासा बंद करने का टाइम में बदरुद्दीन अजमल ने अपोज किया है, लेकिन बदरुद्दीन अजमल या इमिग्रेंट माइनॉरिटी को छोड़ के जो कम्युनल पॉलिटिक्स वो लोग करना चाहते हैं वो लोग को छोड़ के जो आसाम का मेन स्ट्रीम मुस्लिम है, जो इंडिजिनियस मुस्लिम है और मुस्लिम का स्पेशली वोमेन सेक्शन ऑफ मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी, या इमिग्रेंट हो या इंडिजिनियस हो, पूरा टोटल वोमेन कम्युनिटी इसमें गवर्नमेंट को सपोर्ट कर रहा है। आज भी आप हर तरह तरह का जो न्यूज चैनल का इंटरव्यू आ रहा है, सब जो वोमेन है, महिलाएं हैं, हमारा मुस्लिम समाज का, सब लोगों ने बोला है कि ये बहुत अच्छा स्टेप है क्योंकि विक्टिम वो लोग है, महिला विक्टिम है, ये वोमेन लोगों को वो लोग विक्टिम बनाता है। आप लोग सोच नहीं सकते, काल से असम का रीजनल चैनल में बहुत सारे वोमेन, मुस्लिम वोमेन ने अपना इंटरव्यू दिया है, कैसे वो लोग को एक्सप्लॉइट किया गया है, कैसे वो लोग को तलाक दिया गया है।
इस बात पर जो एक इमेज बनी है जयंत जी, जिस तरह से एक बार हिमंता बिश्वा शर्मा मेरे समिट पे आए थे, ही केम ऑन भारत रिपब्लिक माय हिंदी चैनल समिट, एंड ही सेड दैट आई विल चेंज द madrasas, I will change the schools, people don't want these madrasas. Then the feeling goes that the Muslims in Assam don't like him. But I also saw a video of him recently. मैंने एक वीडियो देखा था जिसमें वो मदरसा के बच्चों को अपने हेलीकॉप्टर में बिठा रहे हैं, पूछ रहे हैं आप क्या पढ़ाई लिखाई कर रहे हो। तो इससे एक कंफ्यूजिंग इमेज जाती है, एक तरह से एक इमेज बनाई जा रही है कि आसाम की हिमंता बिश्वा शर्मा एंटी मुस्लिम है, मगर ये भी बात आ रही है कि आसाम की जो ओरिजिनल जो इंडिजिनस मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन है वो उनको समर्थन करती है। तो असलियत क्या है? क्या हिमंता बिश्वा शर्मा को आसाम में एंटी मुस्लिम लीडर की तरह से देखा जा रहा है? ग्राउंड रियलिटी क्या है उसमें?
ग्राउंड रियलिटी है आसाम में जो एडुकेटेड मुस्लिम है, इंडिजिनियस मुस्लिम है एंड मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी का महिला है, उसमें हिमंता बिश्वा शर्मा बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर है। वो लोग हिमंता बिश्वा शर्मा का हर स्टेप को वेलकम करता है। क्योंकि ये मदरसा बंद करने का बाद आज सबसे भलाई किसका हुआ है? मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी का हुआ है। ये जो बदरुद्दीन आजमल या तो वो लोग का जो सपोर्टर है, ये धर्म का नाम पे एक दुकान चला के वो लोग चलना चाहता है जो उसका पॉलिटिकल एम्बिशन फुलफिल हो, लेकिन वो कभी नहीं चाहता है जो मुस्लिम समाज को आगे जाए, मुस्लिम वोमेन आगे जाए, मुस्लिम महिला को अपना न्याय मिले, मुस्लिम महिला को अपना अथॉरिटी मिले। वो लोग कभी नहीं चाहता है। वो लोग मुस्लिम समाज में रह के भी मुस्लिम नारियों को पीछे रखना चाहता है। वो लोग मुस्लिम समाज का जो बच्चा है उसको शिक्षित नहीं बनाना चाहता है, लिटरेट नहीं बनाना चाहता है। तो इसलिए वो लोग का पॉलिटिक्स ये है जो वो लोग को पीछे मुस्लिम जो महिलाएं है, मुस्लिम जो लोग है उसको पीछे रख के वो लोग का पॉलिटिक्स आगे लगा जाए। वो लोग एमएलए बने, एमपी बने, उसी हिसाब से वो लोग काम करते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअल मुस्लिम समाज को आगे लाने के लिए कोई काम नहीं करता। हमारा गवर्नमेंट, हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा का लेड जो गवर्नमेंट है, इस पे आप देखिए, मुस्लिम एरिया में हम लोग मॉडल कॉलेज किया हूँ, मुस्लिम एरिया में हम लोग मॉडल स्कूल खोला हूँ। तो हम लोग चाहते हैं जो लोगों को अच्छा शिक्षा मिले, अच्छा हॉस्पिटल मिले। हर मुस्लिम एरिया में हम लोग ने अच्छा दवाखाना, अच्छा हॉस्पिटल बनाया हूँ, क्योंकि मुस्लिम समाज को आज अच्छा हेल्थ का जरूरत है, अच्छा शिक्षा का जरूरत है। और इस शिक्षा ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए जो मदरसा शिक्षा, आलिम न बने और मौलाना न बने। हम लोग चाहते हैं जो मुस्लिम लोगों का बीच से कोई डॉक्टर बने, इंजीनियर बने, प्रोफेसर बने, साइंटिस्ट बने, मौलाना आलिम न बने। तो ऐसा है, वो लोग तो यही एक वो लोग का पॉलिटिक्स का दुकान है, जो दुकान ये करके चलाना चाहता है। लेकिन आसाम का जो डेवलप मुस्लिम है, जो इंडिजिनियस मुस्लिम है, मुस्लिम का जो नारी शक्ति है, वो लोग जानता है जो हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा का नेतृत्व में मुस्लिम समाज आगे चला जाएंगे, मुस्लिम का अच्छा भला होगा। तो इसलिए कॉमन आदमी और ये एडुकेटेड आदमी, इंडिजिनियस मुस्लिम सब हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा को सपोर्ट करता है और हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा का समर्थन करके उसको आगे ले जाना चाहता है।
दिस इज जी जयंत जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very much for joining us. The interesting perspective that he claims that a lot of people in Assam from the Muslim community are supporting Himanta Biswa Sarma. Ahmad Ayaz is with us along with Mumtaz Alam Rizvi. Or also with us is Karimuddin Borbhuiya. He is the General Secretary of the AIUDF. And we have Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. First, Mr. Borbhuiya, Karimuddin ji, if you can hear me. Why would you want 5-6-year-old girls to be married in Assam and claim that it is a right of the Muslim community to marry off 5-year-old, 6-year-old girls, violating every human right, every law, and take it as a religious right in Assam? Karimuddin ji.
It's a totally false statement by the Chief Minister Assam. There is no instance. Can you give us a single specific example in our state? मैं चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब को खुले दिल से ओपन लाइव टीवी में बोल रहा हूँ, अगर एक भी स्पेसिफिक कोई इंस्टेंस है 5 years 6 years किसी गर्ल्स का असम में शादी हुआ है, चाइल्ड मैरिज आप बोल रहा है, ये सरासर झूठ है. ये टोटल इस एक्ट का साथ चाइल्ड मैरिज का कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है. दो डिफरेंस इशू है. एक्चुअली इन्होंने मुस्लिम को हार्ट करने से इनको मजा आता है, इसलिए यही करता है. मदरसा बंद करो, इन लोगों को एग्रीकल्चर में इसका रुकावट डालो, आदर्श चाइल्ड इसको मुस्लिम मैरिज एक्ट इसलिए एबोलिश किया है कि इजीएस्ट वे से उसका शादी रजिस्टर काजी के थ्रू हो जाता है. इन्होंने एक भी एग्जांपल दे नहीं पाएंगे चाइल्ड मैरिज का 5 years या 6 years का कोई.
किस उम्र में? नहीं, एक बात बताइए करीमुद्दीन जी, आपने कहा कि 5 साल की बच्ची का नहीं हुआ है. Let me ask you. Is it not true? Is it not true that there have been 4,000 arrests? 4,000 arrests. Is it not true there have been 4,000 arrests for child marriage?
It is
Is it not true that 16.8% teenage pregnancies happen?
Yes.
Is it not true that the 1935 Act allows for the registration of child marriages?
Arnab, this that actually it is less than the tea garden community and tribal community. मैं हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी को एक रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, आसाम का टी गार्डन एरिया में, ट्राइबल एरिया में चाइल्ड मैरिज का एक सर्वे कराने के लिए, एक चेक करने के लिए, क्यों ओनली मुस्लिम एरिया में चाइल्ड मैरिज का क्या इंटेंशन क्या है? ये तो टी गार्डन में उसका बोर्ड खराब हो रहा है. इन्होंने मुस्लिम गर्ल्स के लिए कंसर्न है, बट टी गार्डन एंड ट्राइबल किसी जगह में आज भी ऐसे, मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड पे विथ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बोल रहा हूँ, कंपेयर करके देखिएगा. कंपैरिजन में असम में, मैं दूसरा स्टेट के नहीं बोल रहा, असम में
आप मुझे करीमुद्दीन जी आई विल लेट तुहिन सिन्हा रिस्पॉन्ड टू यू, but the question is, no, but the question is, but there is a question, Karimuddin ji, there is a question. The question is this. The question is this. No, Karimuddin ji, listen to me. I'll let Tuhin respond to you. No, बीजेपी के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है वो रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे आपको, बट ये जो रूल है ये आसाम मुस्लिम मैरिजेस एंड मुस्लिम डिवोर्सेस रजिस्ट्रेशन एक्ट 1935 है. ऐसा कोई लॉ नहीं है और फॉर टी गार्डन लेबरर्स व्हिच अलाउज चिल्ड्रन टू बी मैरिड. जो गलत है उसको निकालिए ना. एक मिनट, पहले तुहिन सिन्हा आपको रिस्पॉन्ड करे. तुहिन सिन्हा, आप उनकी बात सुनिए. बहुत कंट्रोवर्शियल, इट्स अ वेरी कंट्रोवर्शियल इशू. It's very controversial, I know, but let him respond to you. Tuhin.
Arnab, first of all, let me congratulate first of all the Assam Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, because in a state which has 35% Muslim population, it takes a lot of courage to end certain regressive laws which have held back the community and which, you know, in the time to come will become a bone of contention or of disquiet in the society. In fact, when he says in the society, when he says in the House, in the Assembly, that till the time I am alive, I will not allow a single child marriage, I think the India's beleaguered opposition parties who cannot utter a word of Sandesh Kali should draw a lesson instead of, you know, criticizing his move. Fact is, as you mentioned, there are 4,000 arrests which have been made in the last 1 year on account of child marriages, and 62%, while the AIUDF representative can say that, you know, they include tribals and people from the tea gardens, 62% of these arrests were of Muslims. So yes, there is a problem of, you know, regression, and that needs to end, and he has been very vocal about these things. He has been very vocal about the need to end polygamy. He has been very vocal about the need to go beyond madrasa education and to impart scientific education from a young age. You know, I need to point out one more thing. In 2010, the then Congress government had very cleverly made a, you know, amendment where they replaced the word voluntary in the 1935 Act with the word compulsory. So imagine, that was a kind of a forced attempt to hold back the Muslim community. I think Himanta Biswa Sarma ji is undoing a lot of the vote bank politics of the Congress party, and that is what is upsetting the Congress party. I think, you know,
the point is what has been said earlier.
His moves enjoy immense support in Assam.
You know, the point, it's when it is said here, you know, I remember when triple talaq was being prohibited, Ahmad Ayaz and Mumtaz Alam Rizvi, it was said that there are a lot of Hindus who practice polygamy, but there is not a single law which allows, 1 minute, look at the point here, there is not a single law which allows Hindus to practice polygamy, which means for Hindus, polygamy is illegal, but for Muslims, polygamy is legal. For Hindus, child marriage is illegal, right? For Christians, child marriage is illegal, but for Muslims, under this law in Assam, child marriage is legal. It's as simple as that. Ahmad Ayaz, don't justify it. I don't understand how you can even come on a program and justify this.
No,
let Ahmad Ayaz come in, and then Karimuddin ji, I'll come to you. Ahmad Ayaz.
I tell you, this is okay. You see, there is no child marriage even in Muslims also. I don't know where from you get this. It is an age of puberty which is considered to be permissible age for marriage. It could be any age, depending upon the physique of the girl, the geographical conditions. So there is
Really?
no
So it
age
can be a
mentioned
10-year-old
where
girl
you call
also?
a child.
So it's a 10-year-old girl also? No, 1 minute.
No,
so you're
that
saying
we
a
can't-
10-year-old
we can't
girl
say-
can also be
but it is not
a 10-year-old
anyway-
girl
no,
if
it is
she has
not
achieved,
anyway child
she's-
marriage.
If she
No, it's
reached
not
puberty,
anyway,
can be married off.
No, Arnab,
No,
let me
no, no.
clarify.
10-year-old
Arnab,
also.
let me clarify. It is
No,
not
how are
a
you
child
allowing this?
marriage.
How do you talk like you're an educated man, sir? You're an educated
when
man. How do you
say-
talk like this,
no,
sir?
when you say child marriage, no, when you say child marriage, relating it to the Muslims,
Yes.
so that means
I'm
that
saying child
there
marriage.
is something to target Muslims. It is not that. It is not that. Point is, this is not.
I'm
an
sorry,
issue
there's
at
no
all.
targeting here. It's a
This is not
1935
an
law. It
issue
has to
even for
go.
the Muslims. I don't know why do you pick up this as an issue. If the Assam minister is so serious about
I'm picking
all
it up.
these things, then he should have seen to the Sabrimala, where the women are not allowed to get in, where there is a discrimination with the women. Sabrimala in temple, they are not allowed. If you mean to see that the cries of the people are heard, justice
you are
is
in
done.
your-
Please do it with the farmers who are on the roads. If you mean justice to be done, please do it for all those pensioners who don't get pension from public sector takings. At the age of 70, they don't get even 1,000 rupees. They are crying. They are 60 lakh families.
Amadeus,
If you are
don't try to
concerned
avoid
about
it.
looking at the
Don't try to
interests
avoid
of
the
the
subject.
people,
Don't
then-
try to
then-
avoid
then-
the
then-
subject.
then please
You're
look
making
into
a
that.
political speech.
Why you are
Well, I'll tell you.
Why you are unnecessarily
No, I'll
bringing
look
an
into
issue?
this.
No, why you are unnecessarily bringing?
How
an
do you
issue
decide
which is-
this unnecessary
which is a non-issue?
under
Muslims have
the
no
under the
problem.
prohibition
Why do you call it
under
a
the
child marriage?
under the prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2000 and the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012, commonly known as POSCO, more than 4,000 people were arrested last year in the Assam government's crackdown on child marriage. Why don't you welcome it? Why do you call it anti-Muslim, Mumtaz?
only just
What's
to-
anti-Muslim about it?
It is-
Would you allow, let me ask you, would you allow any 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl in your family to get married? Saying it's all right?
Yes.
We can't turn a blind eye to these things. Mumtaz.
Actually, thank you, Arnab. Let me clear that the BJP actually problem is that BJP is totally playing a communal politics. This is the perception, okay? And problem is there is problem only the Muslims issues. And let me tell you, the BJP let me clear that Muslim has no issue this issue. Actually, hold on. Arnab, there are two points. First, yes, first, the Muslim Muslim do not favor of child marriage. First, okay, and second, that the implementing the UCC only in Uttarakhand or Assam. So, मैं सिर्फ ये
No, it will be implemented everywhere. No, ये कोई logic नहीं है. ये कोई logic नहीं है. एक मिनट. करीमुद्दीन जी, I'll come back to you. करीमुद्दीन जी, नहीं. करीमुद्दीन जी. करीमुद्दीन जी, मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूँ. रोहित सिन्हा आपके साथ डिबेट पे है. आप नहीं. 1 minute. See, the thing is, if today Asaduddin Owaisi criticized the half-day leave for Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha as majority appeasement. I would say to him and Karimuddin ji that allowing this act to continue anymore, the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorce Registration Act 1935, इसको तो बहुत पहले remove करना चाहिए था. It has been kept as part of Muslim appeasement.
नहीं इसको amendment कर सकते हो।
So that it is a way of saying that previous Congress governments have allowed it because it's Muslim appeasement.
No. It can be amended.
You know, I'm very
it can be amended.
amused.
It can
I'm
be
very
amended.
amused
There's
that
no objection.
I'm very amused that people
Prob-
are saying
problem
that the law
क्या है? Problem
mentions
क्या
that the
है?
marriageable
असम
age
चीफ
is
मिनिस्टर का इंटेंशन ही नहीं है। असम चीफ मिनिस्टर का कोई इंटेंशन नहीं है मुस्लिम गर्ल्स को अपलिफ्ट करना, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट करना मुस्लिम्स का। इनका सिर्फ एजेंडा है आरएसएस और बीजेपी का वोट बैंक क्रिएट करना, बीजेपी का वोट बैंक क्रिएट करना और कुछ भी नहीं। सिंपल एजेंडा है इज कैन यू इमेजिन
आपका किसका इंटेंशन है बच्चों को शादी कराने में? आपका इंटेंशन किस वोट बैंक की तरफ है?
यस आई एम डिक्टेटर।
आप किस वोट बैंक को रखना चाहते हैं?
No.
आप किस वोट बैंक को रखना चाहते हैं करीमुद्दीन जी?
Clearly, we are opposing.
Which vote bank do you want to keep?
We are opposing child marriage. Our party leader, listen, Mr. Arnab. Our party leader, Maulana Badruddin Azbal, has started women empowerment and he has started one degree women college, more than 100 schools and colleges in various rural areas, church areas in Assam. But our chief minister only playing politics with Muslims. He's doing his political interest and his anti-Muslim stand. Other than nothing he is doing for Muslim women and Muslim girls, Muslim boys, Muslim community.
No.
Arnab,
How does
there is a
this
larger
allow
point over here.
an adult man?
There is a
Today, under this act, Karimuddin ji, a 40-year-old man, a 50-year-old man, a 40 or 50-year-old man can marry a 12-year-old girl.
We cannot encourage.
And you are supporting it. The question Piyush Hazarika asked was very right.
Maulana Badruddin
He said-
Azbal is opposing.
No, it is allowed under the law. You can't say, you're saying you oppose doesn't mean anything.
Just
this law allows
today, Arnab,
This law
just
allows for
today
injustice.
I move an adjournment motion for discussion. But why Chief Minister undemocratically stand and say, no, it cannot be, I am dictator, I will do. What he has done? Nothing for the community.
Twin.
You know, Arnab, the reason why this law had to be repealed is because parties like Congress and AIUD, Badruddin's party could never walk the talk. And today they are upset, today they are frustrated because, even though in small numbers, progressive elements within their community are warming up to the BJP. They are realizing that BJP means genuine amelioration, genuine improvement of the community, and therefore they are feeling their domain over the community politically slipping out of their hands.
In case of community
the
interest,
same
we
thing
are
like
not
you
bothering
mentioned
about
when Rahul
vote.
Gandhi takes out a Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, travels
Himanta
to
Biswa
Assam,
concerned.
can he take the point is, can he ever take a stand on something as basic as these? I am amused people over here are debating, that what is the, that girls are not being married at 5 or 6, they are being married at 12 or 13. I think there is a larger issue involved over here. I think this country cannot afford separate laws for each community. And these focused repealing of laws is setting the ground for UCC on a larger scale across the country. So these moves should be welcomed because, like I said, when every community has specific laws and then says that, but we are working for the betterment of the community, fact is you have not been able to walk the talk.
It will affect our diverse culture. It will affect our diverse culture. It is.
How?
UCC is not applicable practically, not applicable in our state like India.
I don't say, please, Mr. Karimuddin, I am from Assam. Karimuddin ji. Please don't insult the people of Assam and the culture of Assam by saying that if you don't allow child marriages, it will affect the diverse culture of Assam. Please, sir, please don't say that. I thank you all. There are differences on this issue. We'll get the Chief Minister on the debate next time. I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick break, and after that, the incredible news of Arvind Kejriwal avoiding his 7th ED summons. What's happening in the mystery next? A quick debate when I'm back.
15,000 placements in 2022-23. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
And now for the roller coaster political mystery, what's going to happen to Kejriwal? Well, 7 summons have been avoided now by the Delhi Chief Minister. 7 summons. And the Aam Aadmi Party says, wait for what happens in the court. How long will the ED wait? What happens if the court pulls up Arvind Kejriwal? Is it a matter of time, or is there some other legal strategy? Something that Arvind Kejriwal has up his own sleeve. Let's debate.
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has skipped the 7th ED summon in Delhi liquor policy case. From going on a poll campaign to attending a Vipassana retreat, Kejriwal has dodged ED summons all through, calling them politically motivated. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has come up with a new excuse, alleging it's centre's game plan to break AAP-Cong alliance.
वो चाहते हैं कि हम अपना गठबंधन का हिस्सा ना रहें बार-बार। जब ईडी खुद ही कोर्ट गई हुई है, तो क्या ईडी को, केंद्र सरकार को कोर्ट पे भरोसा नहीं है? कोर्ट पे भरोसा रखना चाहिए ना। वो खुद ही कोर्ट गए हैं, तो कोर्ट पे भरोसा, कोर्ट के आदेश का वेट करें। वो कोर्ट जो भी आदेश देगा उसके हिसाब से कर लेंगे। कोर्ट कहेगा भी जाओ तो जाएंगे। अब कोर्ट में कार्रवाई भी चल रही है और साथ में समन पे समन भी भेजे जा रहे हैं। तो उनका मकसद बेसिकली ये है, इनफॉर्मली कई जगह से मैसेज आए हैं, भाई गठबंधन तोड़ दो। गठबंधन नहीं तोड़ेंगे हम।
Congress has drawn a similarity between ED crackdown on Hemant Soren and Arvind Kejriwal.
इत्तेफाक देखिए, पहले यही किया गया झारखंड के मुख्यमंत्री से, गठबंधन तोड़ो, इंडिया में मत शामिल हो।
BJP has called out Kejriwal for ducking Liquorgate allegations.
This is Arvind Kejriwal's ABCD. A for avoid summon, B for bhag jao from summon, C for cover up, and D for divert from summon, because he does not want to answer the question of Sharab Ghotala.
How long can Arvind Kejriwal dodge ED summons? Let's debate.
Tohin, if should the message go to the common man and all citizens of the country that if they are called by the police, by the investigating agencies, by the CBI or the ED, they can also skip summons 7 times? Because you've not taken any action. This is looking bad on you. 7 summons. He doesn't give a damn. No, you go to the court, he keeps you waiting. You're sending a very wrong message out. Are you going soft on him?
Not at all. Only an anarchist CM with a very condescending view towards law enforcing agencies can skip 7 summons. Himanta Soren skipped 9 summons, but eventually he was arrested. Now the point is, in the case of Arvind Kejriwal, the complicity stands established. This has been pointed out by none other than C. Arvind, the secretary of Manish Sisodia, who in his statement to ED has talked about active connivance of Arvind Kejriwal in all the meetings that took place with regard to the liquor scam. On 30th October, in its ruling, Supreme Court, while rejecting the bail of Manish Sisodia, had very clearly mentioned that a money trade, illegal
But
money
is that
trade
an
of
aspect that
338
would come under
crores
ED or
stands
CBI?
established
One minute,
in
one minute.
part. So I think
You are
after
referring,
all of
one minute,
these-
one minute. You are referring to the statement, I think, of Manish Sisodia's then Secretary C. Arvind, right? Right? So you are referring to C. Arvind's statement.
C. Arvind.
Now, C. Arvind has apparently confessed to the ED, Anmol, saying that I was called by Manish Sisodia to the residence of Arvind Kejriwal. I was given a document which proposed that the wholesale margin of 12% should be there. If that's a binding statement, right, it establishes Arvind Kejriwal's role. And if Arvind Kejriwal feels it does not establish my role, he must still answer the questions. Anmol. So again, it's looking bad on Kejriwal the way he's dodging it.
Arnab, that is what Mr. Kejriwal has been asking time and again, that at least Enforcement Directorate must inform as to in which capacity he is being called. Is he called as a witness or as a suspect? And when they themselves have appeared before the court of law, stating that Mr. Kejriwal is not appearing, then at least they must wait for the court's direction. The matter is still sub judice and is to be heard on 16th of March.
So you're playing for time, basically. That's the point you're making, that you're using the court proceedings to buy time.
We are not using
And
court proceedings. It is the Enforcement Directorate which approached the Honorable Court, and as per the court directions, will appear before the court and will let them know the reason why we are not appearing. And in which law is it written that if a matter is sub judice, he can still send summons?
No, 1 second, please. Why has the ED gone to the court? To deal with the issue of your non-appearance. You agree, right? So you need to look at the core issue here. The core issue, Piyush, which you need to explain to Anmol, is the issue of non-appearance. Now, if Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia have done nothing wrong, then you face the ED and answer. Was there a secret video call with the Liquorgate scam accused? You ask the ED, show me the proof, show me the evidence, show me a statement,
I'll tell you the core
testimonial, right?
I'll tell you the core issue.
But not to go. My point is not to go.
Arnab, I'll tell you the core issue.
No, you don't define the core issue.
The core issue is that
the core issue is the case in point.
I'll tell you the issue. The core issue is that the central government led by Bharatiya Janata Party introduced an amendment in section 45 in 2018 through money bill route. And the money bill route is an exception wherein the bill only needs to be passed in Lok Sabha and it does not require assent of the Rajya Sabha. The Bharatiya Janata Party knew at that time that they are not in majority in Rajya Sabha in the beginning of 2018. And that is the precise reason why they have made such amendments and introduced draconian provisions in PMLA Act, which has given untrammeled powers to the Enforcement Directorate and has reversed the burden of proof, which is not so in the criminal jurisprudence. The ED, moment they levels an allegations against any person, they'll be presumed as guilty. And at the pre-trial stage, they'll have to prove their innocence, which is almost impossible, which has also been stated by the Honorable Supreme Court in Niresh Shah versus Union of India 2017. In fact, they have questioned the constitutionality of Section 24 and Section 45 of the PMLA Act. So this is the reason they have Bharatiya Janata Party led central government had used the loophole in the legislation to ensure that they bring such an amendment so that they can effectively crush the voices of the opposition parties, because they don't have anything to tell to the people of this country what they have done in the past 10 years.
Tuhin, just take my question as well. When are you summoning Ajit Dada Pawar and Himanta Biswa Sarma?
Can I come in with a point, please, before you come in, Piyush?
When are you summoning
Can I come in with a point, please? Piyush? 1 minute. Piyush, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? 1 minute. What you are admitting today, Anmol, and I'm glad you brought up the element of Section 45 of the PMLA. What you are saying is that you are afraid that if Arvind Kejriwal goes to comply with a summons and if he is questioned, then if he is arrested under Section 45, he may not get bail and he may continue to be in jail. And my response to you is at two levels on this. First of all, I'm glad that you've expressed your worry that he'll be arrested and he could be in jail. My first point is, does the same rule apply to every Indian citizen or only to Arvind Kejriwal? No, 1 minute. Allow me to ask you. This same section of 45 of PMLA Act, 1 minute. Does it apply to everyone under the PMLA, or is there a provision? Is there a provision in this saying it applies only to Aam Aadmi Party? Can you prove it? Can you show me the page? Can you show me the clause where it says this applies only to Aam Aadmi Party, or does it apply to everyone?
The BJP doesn't apply anymore, you know. If you switch side and join the BJP, doesn't apply anymore.
No, you show me the law. These are all subjective
Arnab,
comments.
When we introduced this amendment,
and second question, Piyush.
Can I answer
second
this
question,
now?
Piyush.
When we
Has this amendment been upheld by the Supreme Court? Has this amendment been upheld by the Supreme Court?
Arnab,
has this amendment been upheld by the Supreme Court? Has it?
You know the fun part of it all. If you join the Bharatiya Janata Party, it doesn't apply to you.
Arnab, when we introduced
you are
this
never
amendment
summoned.
to Section
You are never
45
summoned.
of the PMLA Act, our intent
Has
was
this
very
amendment
clear.
been upheld by the Supreme Court?
Has not been summoned once. Ajit Dada Pawar has not been summoned once.
I'll tell you, Arnab, why this amendment was introduced in the first place.
Honorable Supreme Court. This amendment is under review
let me
before the
answer
Honorable
this.
Supreme
When
Court.
we introduced this amendment to Section 45 of PMLA, please hear me out for 30 seconds. Please hear me out for 30 seconds. When we introduced this important amendment to Section 45 of PMLA Act, our intent was very clear. We wanted to curtail all forms of money laundering activities because that is directly linked to national security. We had no idea that the party which claimed to, clean politics in 2011-2012 would be at the hub of money laundering activities and not one but multiple scams.
Mr. Tuhin,
so I think it is Aam Aadmi Party which has a lot to
Can you tell this country what the Council for the Union Government said before the
money
Honorable
laundering
Court?
activities sitting in the heart of Delhi? And
Can you also tell the people of this country what the Council for the Union Government stated before the Honorable Supreme Court? He stated before the Honorable Supreme Court that they have brought this amendment on the basis of FATF regulations, and FATF regulations nowhere says that such harsher conditions of bail must be imposed. And that is the precise point which is under review before the Honorable Supreme Court of
it
India.
applies to everyone.
You are deflecting the debate to a different zone. You are just deflecting the debate
Anmol, I ask you again. I ask you again. 1 minute, Tuhin. Tuhin, hold it. I'm asking counter to him. Hold it, Tuhin, for a minute. Anmol. 1 minute. Anmol. This section, which you call draconian, has it been abolished or upheld by the Supreme Court of India? If it has been upheld by the Supreme Court of India, do you respect the Supreme Court of India, or do you consider yourself above the Supreme Court of India?
This judgment of Vijay Mandal Chaudhary is under consideration, which was passed by Honorable Supreme Court, and the predecessor, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Mr. Ramanna, has categorically stated that there are two issues which needs to be considered. That whether such draconian, such harsh measures can be used to grant bail or not grant bail. And the other one is the reverse burden of bail, and the other one is the reverse burden.
Anmol.
I think we are deflecting.
Anmol, you guys, the problem is, now let me simplify it for you. Yeah, let me simplify it for you, Anmol. Let me simplify it for you. As of November 2023, PMLA judgment review has been deferred. Now, my question to you is this. Think logically. Tomorrow, the CBI questions Kejriwal and says, we want to find out whether Mr. Kejriwal was part of a criminal conspiracy. Right?
So at least they must inform us
money that was gained out of Liquorgate towards... Yeah,
So at least they must
tomorrow,
inform us in what
tomorrow if
capacity
the
they
CBI, allow
they
me to
want us
complete my
appear before
question.
CBI or ED.
But allow me, you've not even heard my question. You've not heard my question. I'm saying tomorrow, if the CBI was to call Mr. Kejriwal and say due process of law, we are calling you, will you please come? Are you saying he will then say, I will not listen to the CBI also? Then the section 45 defense which you are putting will not apply.
Can you please tell under which provision of law can the CBI or ED summon if the matter is sub judice before the court, if the ED themselves have appeared before the honorable court stating that a particular
Okay, can you please tell me, can you please, one minute. Now here, Anmol, you're being clever by half. The ED looks at issues of money laundering, right? And the CBI looks at aspects of criminal conspiracy. Now, you should have also said today, in all honesty, that in 2022, a division bench of the Supreme Court upheld the wide powers granted to the Enforcement Directorate under the PMLA and declared that the legislation was not penal in nature. So you can't speak half-truths. You're on my program. I know these facts. You should have said, or no, this was upheld by a division bench in 2022.
But the division bench also said that money route cannot be used to pass these kind of legislation. That is an assault on the
But if you are left to you, you will say, I don't believe in the law.
No,
at some point you have to bow down before the law.
This has been stated by the Honorable Predecessor Chief Justice of India, that this is a constitutional assault while reverting
Show me the ruling which has, show me a single ruling which has declared PMLA illegal.
I'm not saying
and
PMLA.
What are you saying? I can quote the law also.
While dealing with Aadhaar Act, the Honorable
Supreme
Court
I'll tell you,
Piyush,
please tell your enthusiastic spokesperson that he's wrong. 27 July, Justices A.M. Khanwilkar, Justice Dinesh Maheshwari, Justice C.T. Ravi Kumar upheld the PMLA provisions. The bench said that under PMLA, ED had a right and power to conduct an inquiry, not a criminal investigation, which was conducted by the police.
That such an amendment
you can't override the Supreme Court. That's what I'm telling you, Anmol.
Arnab, I'm saying that such amendments cannot
you guys
be
are going technical.
Brought through money.
And why all this, Anmol? Just to
this
avoid...
This is not technical,
Piyush,
this is law.
Yeah, but Piyush, just to avoid Kejriwal going, Kejriwal going for questioning.
It is not like that. I am not a lawyer, but I can read the politics behind it. When it comes to Himanta Biswa Sarma, when it comes to Ajit Dada Pawar, when it comes to Chhagan Bhujbal, all these laws do not apply.
And I think BJP
so Mr. Kejriwal at the fag end of the Lok Sabha election.
What question to the BJP do you have? What question? I give you 30 seconds. Ask your question directly.
Why did they brought this amendment via money route bill? Did they wanted that this matter must not be discussed in Rajya Sabha? Were they apprehensive of the fact that after due deliberation such amendment cannot be brought about?
Virtually condoning
Were they
Arvind
not aware
Kejriwal's
about the fact that the Honorable Supreme Court, while dealing with the Aadhaar
what
Act
are we
matter,
debating by shifting this entire goalpost? By questioning this amendment of 2018, they are virtually condoning Arvind Kejriwal's complicity, which has been alleged by none other than the secretary of Mr. Sisodia. Whether they are
as of now, it seems to me, people ask me, where's the story going? Where's the story going? Mark my words, I think the story is moving. The story is going to be flat till the 16th of, well, the story is going to be flat till the 16th of March. On the 16th of March, every word said by the court will be read. And that's when the centre will lose no opportunity to act if it gets leeway. Arvind Kejriwal is hoping he gets some relief on 16th of March. Now, mark my words, viewers, between the 16th of March and the 25th of March, there's going to be a lot of action and movement in that case. By which time we expect elections to have been announced. It's going to happen in a hot political environment. Is that the calculation of Arvind Kejriwal? That push it till the campaign starts? Is that appropriate? Is that right? Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Good night and goodbye.
15,000 placements in 2022-23. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and